New at 10, WAAY 31's Brittany Harry spoke to former U.S. Attorney Jay Town about the death penalty process in Alabama. Brittany.
Wanakel Jay Town says it's very rare someone is sentenced to death in the state of Alabama, but it happened today for Jimmy Spencer in Marshall County. The judge said if there was ever a person who deserved a death sentence, it's him.
This is why the death penalty exists in the state of Alabama, for exactly cases like the Spencer case.
4 years after killing 3 people in Guntersville, Jimmy Spencer was sentenced to death in a Marshall County courtroom.
Yeah, I'm just sorry about what happened. I wish I'd change everything. If I could go back and change everything, I would, but I can't.
The death penalty is confined to very few instances of criminal misconduct, and Jimmy Spencer meant a bunch of them. And he's going to get every inch of the punishment that he deserves here in the state of Alabama.
Former U.S. Attorney Jay Town says Spencer can appeal his sentence. That, too, would have to work its way through the courts in a very lengthy process, but the Fair Justice Act of Alabama could speed it up. It lessens the amount of time death row prisoners have to file appeals.
As much as we want to dole out the punishment that we believe someone deserves, it's very important, especially when death is the punishment, that that defendant be given rights to appeal to make sure that the state got it right, that the jury got it right, that the judge got it right. And we want that. We should want that if we're going to put someone to death.
Once the appeals are exhausted and the defendant has exercised all rights to appeal with no relief, the Alabama Supreme Court sets an execution date, according to the Attorney General's office.
It does take a series of years. It doesn't take 30. And that's why it's so important that Alabama passed the Fair Justice Act so that the family members of these victims can see justice done in their lifetime.
And the victims' family members say they're pleased with the outcome, saying in this case, it's best case scenario. Jimmy Spencer's death sentence makes him the 167th person on Alabama's death row. Brittany Harry, WAAY 31 News.